We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. Cause Kristin knows blank.
Welcome to the Kristin Knows Blank podcast, where I have a comedian on to talk about something they know a lot about. We play 5 quick questions, do a RADLIB, and everybody goes home happy. This week, my guest is a good fella, and the topic is... forget about it. Anyway, if you like this show or if you don't, take a second to just click like, subscribe, or follow. However you're watching or you're listening, there's going to be a button that says like, subscribe, or follow. Push that button and see what happens. You might win a new car. Hi, I'm Kristin Key. I'm the host of this crazy mess, and you can find me at KristinKey.com. There you can find me on all my social media. Follow me, subscribe to my YouTube page. I have a Patreon where there's exclusive bonus content. So please support my Patreon that supports this and all my other shows. My guest this week is a hilarious comedian. You might have seen him on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Hey, computer lady, play that interview with Chris Cope.
Playing interview with Chris Cope.
Oh, your hair looks great.
Oh, that's a great way to start the show. Thank you very much. Your hair looks great. Shut up. So glad to have you today. And I am so excited to talk to you because comedian, know a lot about Waffle House. You've had a massive heart surgery. And so when I asked you what's something you're very knowledgeable about, I was surprised by what you told me.
Mob movies.
Mob movies, not comedy or Waffle House or your heart surgery, which this is what happens when you assume about people. I just assumed it would be one of those. And no, it's mob movies, which is so exciting.
I mean, honestly, I might rather want to watch a mob movie than a comedy.
I'm with you there. I'm totally with you. But that goes to most TV too. I'd rather watch like a procedural drama than a sitcom.
Dun dun
Dun dun. That's my show. That's my show right there. I'm a Law and Order.
dun 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 dun. Dick Wolf's like, we need more guitar.
Man, Dick Wolf is the best, and what a great name.
Yeah, it doesn't sound real.
It sounds like a mob name, like Jerry Dick Wolf the Bones or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
So, tell me about this fascination with mob movies. First off, how knowledgeable are you about mob movies?
I mean, I think if you gave me a test, I'd probably get an A.
Oh, you're gonna get a test. There's a trivia portion on this show, so yeah, that's part
Like if you
two.
were to ask,
yeah.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get trivia, but I mean, you could give me a legitimate test.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I think I've seen even the bad mob movies I've seen.
What's the worst?
You know, there's a bunch of straight to DVD, you've watched The Sopranos, the guy who played Phil Leotardo.
Yeah.
That dude has made, him and the guy who played Big Pussy have made so many low budget bad mobster movies. Honestly, if they're the lead actors in any of them, then it's a shithole mob movie.
Oh man, he was that character though, Big Pussy. What a great character.
Yeah. I mean, when you think you watch any mob movie from the mid 90s or the 80s, you see how the casting for The Sopranos was just easy. It's just all right, all of these guys were in the following movies.
Yeah.
You know, because even the actor who played Big Pussy, Vincent Pastore, he's in Goodfellas for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Well, then Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah. I'm sorry. How'd you flush all the coke?
I love her so much. I mean, that whole character. And then when she ended up being the therapist in Sopranos was such a different.
Yeah.
I mean, but what a great mafia range to have.
The guy who's a real mobster, the capo, Michael Franz, he was saying how he goes, Sopranos is a great show, but the idea of a mob boss actually going to a therapist, he's like, by the end of the day, him and his therapist would have been in the trunk of his car.
Wow.
They wouldn't have, they wouldn't even have bothered. It would have just been, yep, bye.
Which, I mean, I'm super into therapy and feeling better. So I'm the mob would run more efficiently if they did talk about their feelings a little bit more. I think as we saw from The Sopranos.
But they also need that edge.
Oh, maybe that's okay.
Because they don't have the cops to go to, so you got to handle stuff on your own. The mob was kind of, what do you say, in Goodfellas, they were the cops for wise guys. There was that order that brought, order to a criminal enterprises. And, I got things worked out with these people. You know what I'm saying? I got things organized.
Wow. Do you remember if what was a specific movie that pulled you into this world that you were like, oh, now I want to watch more. I want to get more, more of my mob movie fix.
Goodfellas. You know, Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a gangster.
Ah, it's such a great movie, and it's
Yeah,
always on
man.
TV. Always on TV. You
Henry
could
and
turn
like
it on
Ray
right
Liotta,
now.
so handsome in that movie. Just like, especially if you look at the guy who really Henry Hill, he is not a handsome man. And Ray Liotta just put a silk hat on that pig. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the prettiest belle of the ball, but it's funny because one thing about Goodfellas, they mention it in that scene where they kill Maury, stab him back and have the ice pick or whatever. They basically invented point shaving.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that term.
So point shaving is you pay off an athlete to underperform in a game.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, but guys usually the average is 30 points a game. You go, listen, score 15. You're gonna lose. You'll lose within the range of the bet, and we make the right bet. And a lot of the guys that actually did that went to jail. But
Oh, that's a
Henry Hill,
shame.
yeah, but Henry Hill didn't.
Oh, because he didn't he turned state's evidence and ended up.
Yeah, but that was cocaine. That was cocaine charges.
Oh,
That was
okay.
trafficking.
Okay.
That stuff they just didn't implicate him really. And it's funny because when they interview him, he's like, they say I threatened him. All I said was it's really hard to play basketball with broken bones. That's all I said. I didn't threaten nobody. The logic. I mean, that guy's probably put so much white powder up his nose he could line a street for miles.
Right. I guess that makes it so hard to prosecute like mob, family, and mafia because they don't come right out and say things. It's what I've
But yeah,
learned from
that's
all these movies. And nobody ever says anything. They don't give directions. They
yeah,
just kind of, it would be great if he was dead. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah. But that's why the RICO laws exist. Racketeering, interfering, uh, criminal organization. I think is what it stands for. Basically, if they can prove you're an associate of this organization, they can go top bottom and link everybody. You're co-conspirators. So whatever the one guy does, you're getting charged with it. Trump might be actually facing a RICO charge in Georgia.
I mean, depending on if you're a fan or not, that's really exciting.
Yeah,
Or I guess even a fan or not, that would be very exciting to see anybody that high in office get caught in and see the tree that we are all familiar with like The Sopranos and
yeah,
The Godfather. Every mob movie had that, the board with the pictures
yeah.
below, like
Boss,
Amway. Yeah.
underboss, consigliere, capo, soldier.
I mean, am I correct that like the mob movie was pretty much it became famous? Was it Godfather that set this all in motion in America to like kind of give the mafia intrigue?
I think so. I mean, there'd been mob movies before, but they weren't as they were a lot of times portrayed by Jewish. It was they were more like Jewish gangsters. There was just not as I mean, they had tons of mob movies back in the the 30s and 40s with Scarface and White Heat and Public Enemy and all these. But The Godfather I mean, that book is amazing. They made two great movies out of that book.
What because The Godfather's another one I watch anytime it comes on. But also if Godfather 2 is right behind it, there goes my whole day.
Yeah, for real. Especially if it's on TV with the commercial breaks. Audio.
Whew.
Ugh.
How many times have you been in a hotel room and you got a show that night and you're like, I can't leave. Like I've still got like
Oh yeah, no,
an hour and a half left on Godfather 2.
I was so mad because I was about to leave from my show at like 30 minutes and Demolition Man came on and I'm like, I love this movie. Because I don't watch cable anywhere else. When I'm in a hotel room, it's like I go back in time. My road thing after shows is diners, drive-ins, and dives because it's always on Food Network around 11 o'clock. Every so often, I got to break out pen and paper because I'm like, well, I go near Bend, Oregon. I'll try,
Taking notes on where you're gonna hit. That's funny. I'm an SVU if it's on. There's only a couple days a week where I throw in like a CSI, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to learn to read. I like me some SVU. So
Special Victims Unit.
it is. They are special victims. So with your mob movies, I know you can't rank all of them. Let's just go like what are your favorite what are your favorite hits? What are your favorite scenes where someone gets whacked?
Okay, the reason why I like this because of the coolness of it. In Casino, do you remember the guy that goes in the lamb to Costa Rica and they kind of chase him through his house and then shoot him?
Yes.
Okay, the guy who shot him, the guy that actor is actually Frank Cullotta. Frank Cullotta was the guy who played who was based on Pesci's buddy Frank Marino.
Okay.
So that was the real life Frank Marino, or Frank Cullotta.
That's
the guy's
cool.
like, where you going, jag off? And he shoots him, he shoots him again. That guy was a real mobster, and he was the guy that Pesci's, Phil Leotardo, that guy, whatever his name, Frank Vincent's character.
How cool is that? All right. All
Yeah,
right.
it's no. There's also I'm trying to think. That's just also a great hit. Guy shot in the stomach and they blast him on the top of the head. Uh, I'm deranged. Uh,
No, your subject today is mob movies. You were allowed to go as deep as
yeah,
you would like and enjoy it. Yeah.
I would
I
say
think it'd be
that just
weird
because.
if it was your topic and I was like, oh, I don't care for it, but there was a hit, you know?
Well, it's funny because like that movie's full of like really like the scene where he stabs a guy in the neck with a pen, pops the one guy's eye out with a vice grip, and then we talk about the baseball bat scene in the field.
Whew.
But those are all great. They're all unique, and also most of them are very true.
Wow.
But it's not as cool as this is the dude that really did the dirt. I mean, had he not turned state's evidence, he'd be dead too, probably in real life. Because
Wow.
he was in jail, and he wasn't gonna rat, and then the FBI brought in a recorded surveillance audio of the guy who Joe Pesci plays, basically saying, "We gotta take Frank out." And when he heard that, he's like, "Well, I know what I gotta do now." Deal.
It's hard to be loyal to someone that's about to kill you.
Yeah,
I would
I mean,
assume. I've never been in anything. Even,
I mean, you know, people gave Sammy the bullshit for ratting on John Gotti, but there was tape of John Gotti going, "We got to get rid of Sammy." So, you know, at a certain point, it was, "I'm going to get you before you get me."
I would be super paranoid at all times in an organized crime family because I would just
Yeah.
assume that someone's going to kill me every day.
I mean, look at Ray Liotta's character in Goodfellas. He's coked up. I mean, they show it a lot, but they also underplay it a little bit. Like
That was
that,
underplayed? How much
Who
coke
did-
he did? Like,
bro. Seriously, Henry Hill did a lot of blow.
could you, like, how good are you at keeping secrets? How well would you do in a mafia family?
Terrible. My nickname would be Lips. Yeah, they're always smacking.
I mean, the squealer. Also, I guess they keep you so terrified that you know, I would just have hives every day.
It's funny. What's wrong? I'm just nervous. All right, it's a tough job. Let's go
Oh.
collect.
Like poor pussy bumping Sarah, big pussy, just always with his back, that back problem, like as the metaphor for all the shit he was keeping inside. Oh,
I love it when they shoot him, please. Just not in the face.
who cares? You're going over the side anyway. Like,
Well, because he thought because I don't. Maybe he didn't think he was gonna go be disposed of that way. Which if he had common sense, he would.
right, we're in the middle.
Maybe
of,
he just didn't want to get shot in the face.
Huh?
I mean, unless it hits your brain, a face shot doesn't always kill you.
Oh God, I'd be a terrible. I don't even know where I'd want to take a bullet. Probably the face.
The forehead. I want that thing right here. I want to blow a huge hole in the back. I don't want to just. I want that. Well, because that's how Tony died.
Really? Oh, is
If
it?
you look, if you watch that scene, also David Simon straight up said Tony got killed
Okay.
because they foreshadowed it early in the season when Bobby goes,
You just goes black.
it just goes black.
Yeah.
And if you look at the camera angles, the last angle is him looking at his daughter. Then, and some Italian guy comes out of the bathroom in the members only jacket and just blindside shot, didn't see it coming, and he's looking at his daughter, and then all of a sudden it just goes to black, and that's it.
I like to think that. Yeah. Yeah, well, then
I mean, that's what the creator of the
yeah.
show said. That's what happened. That's what we were trying to imply.
I think that's fair. That's a good ending to that show.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, they always die. They always lose. It's crime is very few people. Carlo Gambino, maybe one of the only guys to die in his home, in his bed. Frank Costello, same thing. Guys that never saw jail, lived very long lives as gangsters, but sorry, I just had a wacko spider.
Nice hit. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, someone that's not into mob movies, and you're going to get them into mob movies. What are the mob movies that you're going to use as breadcrumbs to get them into this genre? What would you show them?
You start with The Godfather, just because that is just the Bible. You know what I mean? You go straight to Genesis.
I do feel Jesus in that movie. I do.
Yeah. Then Donnie Brasco.
Ooh, wow! Bringing in Donnie Brasco, little Johnny
It's a
Depp.
great mob movie.
Yeah, it really is.
Pacino, Donnie, don't say nothing.
Lefty.
Donnie. Oh, what a loser though.
Oh my God! It's Pacino.
I had $50 in my pocket. I give you 25.
He
Puts a gun to his head. I mean, no, he's He should have been nominated for that. He was great as Lefty. I mean, which is funny because Lefty actually never got whacked. They make that assumption, but the FBI picked him up.
Oh, that's good to know.
They knew he was going to get whacked, and they literally picked him up.
I was going to say, if you only watched Donnie Brasco and that was your entire experience with Al Pacino, you would just assume that's Al Pacino. But after seeing him in Scarface and The Godfather, The
Godfather especially.
Completely different.
Oh, yeah. And the metamorphosis that he takes place in The Godfather, of just being like the kind of happy-go-lucky Michael coming back from war and just turning into his father. And it's like that scene where he confronts Tessio and he just walks away and kind of looks. It's just like, shit, he's his father. He has become, that's such a great. And then Tessio looks at Tommy and goes, "Can you get me out of this for old time's sake?" Sorry, pal.
Sorry. I felt like that Michael went further than his father, because his father did a better job at keeping the family together and like keeping business more separated and compartmentalizing his feelings. And Michael wore every feeling on his sleeve and brought it all home.
I mean, I tell you what, I think there's an internet video that kind of came up with the idea that when he kills the 5 families, when he kills the heads of all the 5 families or whatever, that was his father's plan. Like his father, before he died, like they worked it out. Yeah. The video is very compelling. I love those hits too, man. I love when Clemenza has to walk his fat ass up the stairs and then just opens the door to the elevator and just fires both barrels in. Just like, oh shit. Boom, boom. Because the guy's shooting up the guy and the girl in the bed, Bruno Tattaglia getting it, the other guy getting shot in what's that called?
Oh, the revolving door.
Revolving door. Oh my God, it's in the
Mo Green getting it right through the glass.
Mo Green special. It's a Mo Green special.
They wait for him to put his glasses on, and then they hit him.
That's where the thing was feeding through. That's where the blood was feeding through. That's...
Oh, okay.
I love that in Godfather 2, and then someone put a bullet in his eye. I did not get mad. I did not ask, because that is the life we have chosen. This is the business we are in.
It's time for 5 quick questions.
I've put together 5 quick questions for you, and they're trivia questions based on movie quotes from these movies.
Okay.
So, and I think you're going to blow right through these because...
Yeah, you're probably 50.
You've proven yourself. So here's what's happened. This is all you have to do is tell me, is it Goodfellas, Godfather, or Scarface? That's it.
Okay.
I'm going to read a quote, but I'm going to try not to read it like a gangster. So I'm trying to pick an accent that's really off gangster. So I'm going to try to read them like the Queen of England.
Okay.
Just to make it easier. Okay. Number 1. Is this Godfather, Goodfellas, or Scarface? In this country, you got to make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. And then when you get the power,
you get the women.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So
Scarface.
That is correct. I thought I would throw you with my Queen of England accent. I did not. Okay.
It's a good accent, though. It was very, very royal.
All right. I'm going to try again then. Okay. Number two. Is this Goodfellas, Godfather, or Scarface? I know there are women, like my best friends, who would have gotten out of there the minute their boyfriend gave them a gun to hide, but I didn't. I've got to admit the truth. It turned me on.
Lorraine Bracco, Goodfellas.
You're correct.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes, though. When he walks up with the gun. Well, you want some, fucko? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just starts beating the shit out of that guy with that pistol. And I love when he walks up, he's just, hide this. That shit turned me on.
That scene when he takes her into the back of the restaurant, everything that happens in that moment.
Oh, that's such a good shot.
God,
too.
it's what is it? Continuous shot?
I think they just did it one thing. It's like him talking about, don't you work? Come on, you two. Every time I'm here, duking everybody money.
Yeah, how would you not be turned on by that? How would you not He's definitely impressed her. Yeah,
I'm a union delegate.
Number 3. We're on number 3.
I'm 2 for 2.
Still Queen of England. Is this Goodfellas, Godfather, or Scarface? It's an old habit. I've spent my life trying not to be careless. Women and children can be careless, but not men. I think that went Irish, but yeah.
That's The Godfather.
That is The Godfather.
Is that Brando?
That is Brando. It's an old habit. I spent my life trying not to be careless. Women and children can be careless, but not men. Men.
I love all this comedy you're playing with this woman's made your brain soft. Brando was amazing, and they didn't want him. They didn't want Brando because he's such a pain in the ass to deal with. And then Coppola came over for like basically a self-tape at his house. And, said Brando put the gauze in his mouth, put a little black shoe polish in his hair, and started making phone calls. And then, Coppola kind of started rolling. And they showed that to the studio, and they're like, yeah, it's Vito Corleone. Because when you read the book, you go, they casted this perfectly. I mean, maybe it's because I've seen the movie, then I read the book, so I'm picturing James Caan as Sonny, you know? But James Caan had that kind of swagger. I'm like, I'm going to smack the shit out of you, you know?
Yeah.
He was literally the walking personification of big dick energy.
Oh, my God. Entirely, yeah.
Yeah, but also, because in the book, they said his wife claimed, she said her insides for the first week of their marriage felt like wet noodles.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh God!
Yeah. That's the book. The book is way more than the movie. Like it's like Luca Brasi, in the movies, terrifying. In the book, he is the personification of evil. He got a prostitute pregnant, killed her, and then got caught in the act of trying to throw the baby in the furnace. While in prison, tries to cut his own neck. The Don intercedes and gets him out of jail. That's why he's so loyal to the Don.
Okay.
And then in the part of the book, in the early years, there's an assassination attempt on Vito, and there's like 5 guys that did it. Sonny went after 1, and Luca went after the other 4.
Yeah, because I guess in the movie they show him as he kind of almost looks like
an oaf.
Like an oaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
The child be a masculine child.
Yeah, he's not terrifying. Like, when you read the book, you're like, if this guy darkens your door, you're dead.
Wow. Number 4. Number 4 is this Goodfellas, Godfather, or Scarface? The only thing in this world that gives orders is balls.
Scarface.
That is correct. Okay, number 5. Goodfellas, Godfather, Scarface. You're 4 for 4. You've aced this. No matter what happens now, you win. In the Queen of England accent, here we go. Number 5. You want to know how many men he killed? Read the papers. That's your husband.
Godfather?
That is the Godfather. That is
Talia
Shire. Talia Shire.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's talking to Kay though.
God, how many Oscar-winning movies was she in the 70s?
I mean, when you watch her and then you see her again as Adrian and Rocky, like
completely different person.
What? Yeah, one of them brazen as all get out. The Don's daughter, and the next, I just sell turtles, Rock. I don't know. You shouldn't go fight, Rocco.
Although I love the part in the second one. It's like, hey, Rocco, could you do one thing for me? Win. Oh man, that doesn't juice you. You don't have there's no juice.
Well, you did it too. You got through all 5 questions, and you've proven
I'm a champ.
You are a champ. You did it, Chris, and you proved that you are definitely very knowledgeable about the mob movies. And so now, my favorite part of the show, I'm going to ask you to play Mad Lib with me. Yes, you got it. Okay. And now it's time for RADLIBs. Here's what happened. I wrote a story and I left out some parts of speech. If you give me those parts of speech together, we're going to make a hilarious story. Chris Cope, are you ready to play RADLIBs?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, here we go.
Penis.
Perfect. Let me find a noun. You know what? The noun is about, let's see here. You know what? I'm going to put it, there's the last word on here is a noun, and I'm going to put penis there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna,
the rest of the stuff, I'll use mob words.
Okay, I need something evil.
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker, yes.
Yeah, no, he's got a punch me face. He's got that I'm a rich white asshole punch me face.
Him and Brett Kavanaugh could be in a duo called the Punch Me Faces. Like,
yeah.
I need a cartoon character.
Tony the Tiger. Or no, he's not a cartoon character, is he?
He is. He's a serial cartoon tiger. He's not a real tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger. Which also sounds like a great mob name.
It does. It does.
Oh, did you hear what happened? That Tony the Tiger stopped by yesterday. It wasn't good.
He rapes. That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
I know. Why can I get away with it? I probably can't. And we just lost all our viewers. I need a famous person.
Ray Liotta.
Yes.
He seriously got those eyes, man. They're piercing.
I believe everything he says, always, and I'm frightened of him. A nationality.
Cuban. I'm looking at, I have, I think he's Cuban. Vlad Guerrero bobblehead.
Nice.
I got an Angels game. I think Vlad is, I think he's Cuban. Or Dominican. One of the two.
I won't be able to correct you. I don't know. So we're going to go Cuban. I need a verb ending in ER.
Lover.
I need an animal.
Canary.
I need another animal. Can't believe I put two back to back. Sorry about that.
Rat.
Yes. A noun.
Gabagool.
Have we ever just figured out what gabagool is?
It's Italian meat.
Just all Italian meats.
No, I think it's a specific type of like pork, ham.
Oh, okay. Gabagool. I just remember on The Office when Michael Scott tried to order it and they did not have it at the restaurant.
No, you gotta go to an Italian deli to get that.
I'll have the gabagool. A body part.
Foot.
A weapon.
Cleaver.
An adjective.
Menacing.
Excellent. A cause of death.
Strangulation.
Plural noun.
Geese.
Excellent. A liquid.
Urine.
Yes. Wouldn't be a Mad Lib without at least one urine. A crime.
Loan sharking.
So Bobby. Plural noun.
Cars.
Yes.
Does that fit? Okay.
That fits very well.
Sorry, that was tough. That was a tough one.
You get a few in, and I get to plural nouns. People start looking around their apartments, like keys. Yeah. Adverb.
Lightly.
And we have your last noun, which is penis. And with that, we have a story.
Let's hear it.
We have a fantastic story. The story today, written specifically for you, is just called "Forget About It." Forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, this is Chris.
Like a Cadillac better than an Eldorado? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Cal Welsh, what a piece of ass. Forget about it.
Well, most people have heard stories of Al Capone and Bugsy Siegel, but there was an organized crime boss so evil that he makes Tucker Carlson look like Tony the Tiger. His name was Ray Liotta. But everyone knew him as the Cuban Lover. His right-hand man was Freddie Canary Face Maloney. He was built like a rat and as friendly as a dog with his foot caught in a gabagool. And then there was the boss's muscle, Eddie the Cleaver Bowers.
Oh, that's a great name.
That does fit. Eddie the Cleaver? Yeah. He was as murderous as he was menacing. His signature was killing people by strangulation. What a way to go.
Which made no sense because he's called the Cleaver.
People never saw him coming.
Yeah, right?
The family made millions with their gambling halls, prostitution houses, and geese.
Foie gras is quite an industry.
The underbelly, the dark underbelly of...
The goose liver.
One night, the boss found himself in hot urine after a routine traffic stop turned into an arrest for loan sharking. When they searched him, they found millions of dollars worth of stolen cars. I guess he just had them in his pockets. It looks like his goose was cooked. Oh, back to geese. But he wasn't going lightly. As the police and gangsters exchanged bullets, the baddest boss in history yelled, "Say hello to my little penis," and died.
Yay! Yay! That was fun.
We did it! Oh my God. So tell the viewers and listeners where they can find you and what you have coming up.
Okay, so I'm going to be in Florida the next, from May 6th to May 31st, all over. You can go to chriscopecomedy.com to see where exactly I'm going to be and when. Everything else is at Chris Cope Comedy with Instagram and Twitter. I don't have Vine.
Okay, guys, don't try to find him on Vine, but
Not going to have him, but I'll be on Periscope.
Okay. Follow Periscope Chris.
No, that doesn't exist
He's
anymore.
on MySpace.
Yep.
Friends
I
only.
Several subreddits. Several.
Well, you've got a lot of places. So, guys, follow, become a fan of Chris Cope. He's very, very funny. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, man. Time for a nap.
Enjoy your nap. Thanks again for coming on. All right. Bye, Chris.
Later, buddy. I'll see you later. Bye.
Interview complete. Taking care of Chris Cote. And by taking care of, I mean murdering him and throwing his body in the river.
Wow, okay, I am now officially afraid of the computer lady. But thank you so much, Chris Cope, for joining the show. What a good time. Guys, thank you so much for listening or watching. Please like and subscribe to this podcast and join my Patreon. It supports this and all my shows, and you can get exclusive bonus content as well as invitations to some fun events that I have. Find me, follow me, subscribe to all of my social media on KristenKey.com. Each week, I'll be bringing you hilarious comedians that are knowledgeable about something. We'll chit-chat, play 5 quick questions, do a RADLIB, and everybody will go home happy. So until next time, bye.
We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. 'Cause Kristen